Ladies and gentlemen, everything in between, hello, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be checking out the top places to visit in London. Now, as you know, I've already been to London. I've been to outside of London as well. There's a place called like Sancton? Stonewell, something with an S. I was in two places outside of London that started with an S. But today we're going to be checking out the top places to see in London. Let's get into it. If you're new here, subscribe, like the video, David yourself on Instagram, and here we go.
The city's long history can be found. Welcome to the Big Smoke, where reminders of the city's long history can be found around every corner.
He has the stereotypical, like, TV announcer accent. The one that y'all say is, like, posh and stuff. I'm a TV announcer for BBC. I get paid 6 figures a year to talk shit. Yeah.
This is Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 must-see attractions in London.
I hope they show me places I haven't been to yet.
Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
Aye aye, Captain.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the most iconic, popular, and historically
Trafalgar
relevant attractions
Square
that everyone
with the
should
lions.
visit when passing through London.
Trafalgar.
Number 10, National Gallery. Museums are always fantastic tourist destinations, and London is home to some absolutely phenomenal ones that even the most laissez-faire traveller won't be able to help but appreciate.
So you got a Medusa-looking girl with some dolphins. I swear, the English, not even just the English, the Scottish, the Irish, all y'all over there, your folklore is very peculiar.
The National Gallery is one such institution. This iconic art museum is located in the famous Trafalgar Square, and just the building alone is worth the trip. A formidable and masterfully designed structure, it's home to over 2,000 works of art, including pieces by household names like Leonardo da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh, Rembrandt, and Renoir.
And my fellow people from Nigeria. But we're moving on.
Given that it's a true repository of European art from throughout history,
it kind of reminds me of the Met in New York City.
That the National Gallery welcomes over 5.5 million visitors every year, making it one of the most popular attractions in the entire country. Number 9, Hyde.
Wait, so how was the museum affected then during pandemic? Because if you're going from 5 million visitors, that's a lot of revenue, to 0, because I'm sure it probably got closed down at some point. Jeez, that's a lot of... literally a steep incline in income just to a huge descent. Sorry to them. Anyways, we got Hyde Park, which I did walk through actually to get to Buckingham Palace from Westminster, I believe. That's where I saw like the black taxis, but they were in the shape of like the London car, which is really cool.
Hyde Park. Located in central London, Hyde Park covers 350 acres of land.
Jesus.
Given its impressive size, beautiful design, and location within a major metropolis, it tends to earn a lot of comparisons to New York City's Central Park. But really, that feels like a disservice to Hyde Park's long and storied history.
New York City also has that arch. Maybe? Who was built first? Hyde Park or New York City? Because whoever was built second copied the other.
In its earliest form, it served as...
Not even... Hold on, not even joking. In fact, I'll just put the picture up on the screen if I remember to edit. But I was standing right next to that thing, and I was so curious about it. I was like, what the heck is this? Why is this random, like, golden... they had cows made out of gold, some shepherds made out of gold, there was some phrases and stuff. I was like, is this like a Buddhist or Muslim temple that I'm standing on? Like, literally you just walk and all of a sudden you're seeing gold. That was very odd, but like, it was still breathtaking. But I don't know if I got a picture of myself standing next to it. If I did, I'll put it in. But that was really cool.
It's the private hunting ground of Henry VIII. Much later, in 1851,
the crazy
it was home to the Great Exhibition in the Crystal Palace. So yeah, it's got history. And nowadays, everywhere you look, there are testaments to that storied past. Stroll amongst its towering trees, appreciate the various monuments, or check out the Speaker's Corner, a historic spot included for public oration, dating back to the Victorian era.
That's cool.
Number 8, British Museum. Another museum already? Call us stuffy if you want, but London seriously delivers when it comes to educational institutions dedicated to arts, culture, and history.
Okay, so far I think I'm 3 out of 3 for places to travel. I've already been to all these places. If I'm correct, the Rosetta Stone is in the British Museum, and if it is, then I've also been to the British Museum. But again, let's keep going and see where else I could possibly go in the future.
The single most popular tourist attraction in the entire country, with over close to 6 million visitors annually, it has more than earned its attention of the masses. Millions of fascinating art objects are spread across dozens of galleries, ranging far and wide in subject and era, from antiquity to modernity. Some of the most
Rosetta
popular
Stone
must-see attractions include the Rosetta Stone, which was crucial to understanding the written language of ancient Egypt, and the Sutton Hoo ship burial relics. Number 7, London Eye. As much as we love the rich history on display in London, it's also very, very much a modern city with a...
Okay, how much is it to actually ride the London Eye? Because if it's more than £15, I'm not paying it. Because, I mean, yeah, it's a huge staple of England, but at the same time, it's just a Ferris wheel. They do those at the fair parks here all the time, every weekend.
As much as we love the rich history on display in London, it's also very, very much a modern city with attractions to match. The London Eye is a massive observational Ferris wheel that reaches a staggering 443 feet into the air.
Panic attack coming, throwing up on my lap. Jesus, 400 feet in the air. That's kind of scary. But you'd be able to see all of whatever area you want to call that. Is that like Westminster? I think it's Westminster. I don't know. But yeah, you would be able to see everything.
Offering breathtaking views of the city and many of
Why
its
is that
most
boat drifting?
recognizable attractions. At £37 per adult when you book ahead and £40 day of, it's by no means a cheap experience. But considering the entire ride lasts about 30 minutes, a lifetime compared to the conventional Ferris wheels, and the technology that went into its design, you're actually getting a pretty good deal.
Okay, 30-minute ride in a loop-de-loop for £40. I feel like it's worth the £40 just to say you've done it, you've been in the London Eye, or you've ridden the London Eye, but never again after that. Because then you'd be paying £80 to go in a circle for an hour.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience in the truest sense, and well worth your visit.
Yeah.
Number 6, Trafalgar Square.
I haven't been,
We noted Trafalgar Square when talking about the National Gallery, but this iconic space in Westminster is far more than just a means to an end. It's an important piece of London's history. The square itself, in its current form, only dates back to 1840, but the location
talking about the 1800s, saying only.
Of London's history. The square itself, in its current form, only dates back to 1840, but the location's historical importance goes way back to the 13th century.
Looking at the people, that's one thing that I was trying to keep up with when I visited, the fashion. It's like, okay, here I can just walk over to Walmart with my little sweats or even in my pajamas and my bonnet. They're not doing that over in London. Everybody is business casual or whatever is fancier than that, which I'm just not that kind of person. I'm a slob. I wear t-shirts all day. So that was a big adjustment, and like I had to go shopping and yeah, to fit in. It was weird. Maybe now I understand the whole love for uniforms at school.
But it was home to the King's Muse. Over the years, since its inauguration as a public space, Trafalgar Square has been seen by many as the beating heart of London, a place of public gatherings both celebratory and otherwise. Named to commemorate the Battle of Trafalgar, it's the site of important statues and monuments, and is ringed by numerous buildings or architectural significance, including St. Martin in the Fields.
Okay, I feel like you probably just have to know the history of why it's significant. Because to me, it just looks like a big open space to walk through. But if y'all say it's important and historical, then I believe ya. Shout out to Trafalgar.
Number 5, the Victoria and Albert Museum.
A lot of museums.
Last but most certainly not least of the museums that we're highly recommending today is the V&A, which is dedicated to the decorative arts and sculpture, as well as design in general. The largest museum of its kind in the city, it covers a wide range of materials, from ancient furniture and rugs to the distinctive fashions of bygone cultures.
Now that is interesting. Never heard of a rug museum, or like a furniture museum. That's cool. So I would imagine like Queen Elizabeth I or Queen Victoria, her layout bed or whatever, the little duvet is probably in there. That's cool. Like things that they actually used.
For anyone who finds traditional art or historical artifacts a little dull, the modern importance of this museum is sure to appeal. Contemporary fashion and design are always looking backwards for inspiration after all.
Now y'all know I have no care for the monarchy, but if you're telling me when I walk into little V&A, I get to see Princess Diana's crown or whoever's crown, that is something I would be interested in. That would be fun. That'd be cool. Because it's like, the importance, just the significance of that piece of gold and jewels probably cost like $1 million something or pounds. Yeah, I want to come to V&E. Okay, if you guys want a part 2, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next one.